Alright, so just a quick Keep Talking project update from me. I've been working on the communications a lot and I'm very close to having it all finished, so I want to do a bit of a demonstration of what's working at the moment and where we go from here. So what we've got for this example is three ESPs. The first one here with the USB attached is our master module, so that will be acting as the timer in the game, and that's hooked up to the serial display as well, so you can see what this one is doing in more detail on the screen. And the two other ESPs on the right hand side are both set up to be like keypad modules for the time being. That's the module I've picked that would be easy to start to implement, so I've recycled some of the code from my prototype, but done a lot of work on the communications here. So they're all talking to each other through these lines and these chips. They're using the CAN protocol, and the green LEDs that you see next to each board are set to flash when that board is sending a message, so you can get a bit of a flavour for when that's happening and what's going on there. But we also have, other than CAN, we've got Bluetooth. I've set up this phone app, which is a bit of a work in progress, but it's basically going to act like the in-game menus in the video game, as well as the kind of briefcase. So you can do things like set the length of time the game will be, if it's a hardcore mode or not, and it'll also receive more information from the ESP. So if you've got a module like keypad that needs manual setup, the user will have to add the specific symboled keys to the keypad module before the game starts. The app will be able to get that information from the board and tell the user what they need to do physically to set that module up. Alright, so I'll give this a bit of a demonstration. I'll just reset this. So the master's just been reset, and it does absolutely nothing until it detects a phone's connected. So what we'll do is we'll just pop the Bluetooth on, hit find and connect. After a couple of seconds we get a list of Bluetooth devices. Pick that first one. Device says one connected now, and the serial monitor has updated. So the script is currently parked and waiting user input. So what we'll do with the game manager, when we press that, we're basically saying to the ESP, go ahead with the next step. And what it's going to do is it's going to send a message out over the CAN lines to find out what's attached to it. So you'll see some of these LEDs light up when that happens, and we'll get a bit more information from the serial output as well and talk that through. So if I hit game manager, we get a very quick flash. They all seem to go off at the same time because it's that quick. But as I said, it's just asked who's attached, and so it'll have received two replies. We get a bit more of an idea what's going on here, but at the end it's giving you the IDs of all of the modules that are connected. So that first one indicates that there are keypad modules, and then we've got ones in different bits here, just to give it a unique identifier for each module, so the master can address particular modules when needed. And the last ones here, we have the messages going to the phone app. So what that's done, it's looked at this list and it can give us a readout of what's connected. So we've got two keypad modules, and it's hidden the other ones that have zeros. So this is a view of what the app would look like otherwise. We've got lines for all of the different modules, and just hide the ones that are zeros because it's quite a long list. But this gives the user a bit of feedback on what's attached or not. We've got a few of the settings here. We can refresh the module list, so if you've not quite set up the modules in the case that you want, or you've just finished a game and you want to set up a different game, you can press that and it will do that polling again. We've got a hardcore mode, which is a bit of a toggle. You can set the length of time you want the game to be. We can have a 2.5 minute game, and if we go back to the serial monitor, we can see that this is all reflected on the ESP as well, so that's getting the information from the app, no problem. But the next step we have before we start a game is we need to make sure that any of the setup that needs to be done manually, like adding those keypad, the right symbols for the keypad, to make sure that that's being done before you start the game, we need a tick in that box. So when we press this button, what's going to happen is the ESP is going to tell what's connected to it to generate a game. So these keypad modules are going to think about what keypad symbols to put on themselves for that module. It's going to report back to the master, and then it's going to ask them individually which actual symbols they are specifically, and that's all going to be reflected back onto the app. So what's going to happen here is I'll press this button, you'll get a flash from the master and a flash from one of these other ones while they talk to each other, and then on the screen we'll see the first kind of setup required by the user. So press that. There you go. So you've seen a first flash asking it to set up the game, a second flash asking it what the setup is. We've got the display there here, and we've also got a bit on the serial output where you've got numbers relating to the order of the symbols in the list. And what will happen is the user can pop those onto the physical module when they're ready, press confirm placement, and then the ESP is going to ask the second one what its setup is. That's reflected back on the app as well, so got a different set of keys to stick on. And when that's done, all of the modules are set up. There's nothing else for the user to do. We're ready to start a game. So when we do that, the ESP tells it it's all done. We get the tick in the box, and we can press start and play that game. So that's where I am at the moment. There's actually no game to play, so pressing that button won't do anything at this moment in time. But it's a good demonstration to see how the Bluetooth and the CAN is all working together.